Hello, my name is Marco Estrella, and if I had to characterize myself by one word, I would say I have wonder. And that wonder was what drove me to join Project Green Challenge when my best friend told me that together we could change the world in 30 days. It was the love for doing something with one of my best friends that drove me to do this. But then, midway through the challenge, I lost my best friend, and I wasn't sure what was my love, what I wanted to do. And I found that in a place where I didn't think I would ever find it. I found it with Project Green Challenge. I found it in the world around me, and I found it in myself because I saw that I could be the change that I wanted to see. I could be the change that had for so long been what inspired me in my artwork, in my life, to keep wondering, to look around at the world and see all the beauty. That was what inspired me. So I was alone, and it was different. It wasn't just about me this time, though. It was about my connection with the world, and it was about an introspection into who I was. I live in sunny South Florida. But sunny South Florida isn't really so sunny. It has sunny beaches, but it also has sinkholes due to mass suburbanization. It also has nature mismanagement, and it's not a sustainable ecology. And I thought to myself, I said, what is the solution? What can I do to really help? And then I started to look at myself. I started to think about where I was from. I was from a so-called developing nation, a nation which for so long had been told had to improve, to join up in the ranks of what was so prestigious, what was amazing, what was supposed to be the best thing ever. But then I started to read that the developing world, that the developed world, that the industry, that the nations which for so long had been on top of my country, that had for so long been exerting foreign influence, had worse emissions than we did, that we held the cure for the future. We're rapidly industrializing, but we're doing it in a different way with alternative energy sources. We use much less meat than the American consumer, and we are also using urbanization as the key and not suburbanization. So Project Green taught me to look at myself. It taught me to wake up every 30 days, to wake up every day and look at myself and what I could do, what I could tell others they could do too, to look at where I came from. And Project Green led me to this truth: learning from the developing world, environmentalism in the 21st century. So what does this mean? Well, it means that all the truths which had for so long been shaded by me by big corporations were inside of me in my past. There are 3 doorways that I found in my own country, and that is a reduction of meat, the use of alternative energy sources, and urbanization initiatives and infrastructure to create a society which can truly be green. But for so long, I had been told that it wasn't possible, that my country didn't have the clue, that I wasn't the type of person who could make change because I am not a naturalized American citizen. Because I am not from this country, I could not make change. I cannot be president. I cannot be Secretary of State truly. I cannot do so many things. I will never get elected for office. And so many people told me that. But then I looked at everything I could do, and I realized that not just me, but that we all can make change. And for me, that was meat. The thing that for so long had confused me and I hadn't understood. I had been trying to be a vegetarian ever since I was a child for ethical reasons, and then it struck me that I could do this also for the world. So I decided to have a discussion, to think about how we could all go meatless, how we could change the world and all go meatless together, because the consumption of meat in the developed world, the world that is for so long told us, the rest of the 75% of the population of the world, the rest of humanity, that we were so wrong, that they were consuming 80 kilograms of meat every year compared to our 30 kilograms. And that was crazy for me because meat was not sustainable. So I decided to take action. I decided to make a group called Dreyfoos Vegans and Vegetarians. And basically, our whole premise was to change the world together because that is the only way that we could do it. So we decided to go meatless. But it wasn't that simple. It wasn't that simple because people told us no. Because big corporation had told us that no, we cannot get off this because it was profitable for them. They made laws, they worked together with the district, they paid off district officials so that we couldn't have a meatless day. But we decided to change that because you know what? Even though for so long I had been told that I could not make real political change, I decided that I could use my skills and my position as the bridge of a citizen of the world to make this change. So I decided to go to the government with a petition. I decided to inform my peers because when we learn the truth, when we learn that what we are doing is bad, then we can truly make change. So right now we are in the process of making this huge gap, we're bridging this gap that for so long people have told us we can't do, that we can't have meatless. And we're doing that. So I said, what else is there to do? What else can I do that people for so long had been telling me I couldn't do? And I woke up. I realized that when people told us that the internet was bad, that the internet, we can't make progressive change, I realized that we could because we can make change based on education and marketing with the internet and make true economic and reasonable change to our world to correct the things that we have done. How do we do this? Well, we can hijack capitalism. Now, I don't mean this in a bad way, but our capitalistic society is not working. And this is not because corporation is bad. No, I say yes to corporation, but I say yes to corporation only when people understand the truths. Only when the corporations that are in charge are those which actually care about citizens. Only when, in my country, when I will be able to go back and I won't see McDonald's lining the streets, but I will see a sustainable alternative that won't be killing my people and giving them cancer. That is what I want to see. I want to see people educating. And that's what we're doing. So how can we take these truths? How can we take these truths that we know and apply them to everyone? Well, look at your phone. I know you guys all have checked it recently. You guys can use this power of social media to tell everyone the truth, to tell everybody to switch from non-conventional products to conventional products. And that's what we're doing. How can we be analysts? How can we make graphics and art and explain to people that we as consumers can be producers of change, that we are not just simple consumers, that we don't take and take, but we make change because our dollar is worth something if we put it in the right. Art has changed. I go to an art school and I'm an artist. For so long I'd been sold that was vapid, that wasn't true, that art didn't make sense. Why are you making art? And then I realized I was making art because through art and advertising I could make change, that we could do things that actually caught attention, that we can make change through art, that we can make change through all our talents. You, and all of you all have something that is so powerful that for so long has been repressed because they don't tell us the truth. They don't tell us the truth. They buy out government and they don't tell us. They make us think that we aren't powerful, but when we unite, we can become something powerful. So what I want to do now is I want to create a website called Waking Up Green. And this is basically a website that has all the facts right here. It has everything that's going on in the current world. The basic facts that our world is going through a massive climate change, acidifications of the ocean, topsoil losing carbon. So how can we fix this? Well, we have to give people information. So I'm fighting to make change. So how we can change. How I can say, hey, together we can, because that is the only way that we can make change. I can't yell at someone and say no. Rather, I can tell someone, hey, we can buy better products. Together, your dollar counts. Every time you eat, you can choose to do something better. And then we're making connections with changers. So this is the whole plan, is to show people how to shop, to show people where to change, and then to connect people to other ways that they can make change in their local communities, because that is what we want to do. We want to foster change in the world around ourselves, and only then can we do it. I truly realized all the change that I could make and the change that I wanted to make crossing the Rocky Mountains. It was the most beautiful thing, and I started to realize that the world is a beautiful place, that the world deserves to know the truth. Thank you so much.